Hello my friends and welcome back. Last video I had made our wonderful friend Tom Servo, but now Tom Servo needs his own robot friend. This week we're making Shay. Crochet. Because he's crow and it's crochet. Yeah, made the joke. Almost missed it. So let's go do the thing. For crow, we need some of this goldenrod colored yarn. Black, I'll be using my F or 3.75mm crochet hook, my big scissors, a yarn needle. I will be adding details with some felt, and stuffing. And let me just scooch this out of the way. Before I start any actual crocheting, I need to take care of this mess. If I can find an end. On the edge of my table, I keep my handy dandy yarn winder. I'm just gonna feed this through here. Okay, feed this through here. And start winding it up. Untangling it as needed. Once wound, it makes this cute and manageable little cake of yarn. Now we can begin on crow. As usual, I'm going to start with his head and work my way down. I've got a couple references off screen, as well as my sketchbook. I doodled up a little drawing of him in an amigurumi-ish style, just so I could figure out how I wanted him to look. I also have Tom Servo on hand in case I need to reference how tall I want crow to be. Just like with Tom Servo, I will have a pattern for crow ready and available on my Etsy and Ravelry shops, so you can make your very own. Links to my shops will be in the description box below. So if you see my arms reaching up towards my computer here, I'm typing the pattern as I go along because I tend to write the pattern as I'm crocheting, writing down what I'm doing. Little spoiler here, but don't get too attached to this disc. Once I added it onto the bottom of this piece, I decided that it looked too thick, and I completely tore it apart and redid it. Ah yes, this is where I crochet through both layers here to connect this bottom disc onto the bottom of crow. And then I'm questioning what it looks like. Oops. Yeah, here's where I decided that this isn't what I wanted. Nice thing with crochet is that we can just unravel it and move on. I should put that on some sort of stock image and turn it into an inspirational poster. Perfect. Now instead of unraveling this piece all the way, I'm going to actually save it so I can use it for the base or the bottom of crow. Look at me, reduce, reusing, and recycling and all that.
Reduce, reuse, recycle.
back to Crow's top half. Because I think this part is made out of like a symbol or something on the robot body. So I wanted this section a little more thin than what I had it with that extra disc. Next, I can pull out that piece that I saved and begin on the base. And I opted to make Crow without legs, just so he sits a little nicer. And usually in the show, you don't see his feet anyway, so they don't exist. Pardon my blue wispies creeping into frame there. Now that I've got the bottommost part of Crow done, he's got a couple different layers that kind of stack on top of each other, so I am trying to recreate that as best I can. Joe? No, don't go under there. Hi. Yeah. Oh hey, I managed to finish Crow's base during that interruption. Now I can attach the two pieces together. Call to action time. If you haven't already, go ahead and subscribe to my channel, click on the like button, comment, give the algorithm your soul. What are you using it for? If you want to follow me on other platforms, I'm on Instagram as well as Facebook. I have very few videos on TikTok, but I guess I have a profile there. Patterns and some completed items can be found on my Etsy shop, and then I do have paid for and free patterns available on my Ravelry page. Links for all this nonsense are in the description below. Did I say all the things? Did I make all the calls to action? Good enough. With Crow's head and base assembled, we can go ahead and get a start on his beak, or whatever the proper name is for this appendage. Well, if I can hang on to this piece, it's fun transition time. After I figure out which direction I want this to go. There we are. With the beak added, we can start working on some arms. I hope you enjoyed my little arm charade. This is not the color I needed to start with. I needed to start this piece with the gold. And then we can switch to black. I'm going to use my scissors and my crochet hook to kind of twist this piece back into shape here. The black yarn feels ever so slightly thicker than the goldish colored yarn, but if I stretch it out a little bit, it's barely noticeable. Now I'm making the arm into 3 pieces just so I can get the joints at the angle that I want them in. And Crow needs 2 arms. With the arms attached, I can go ahead and move on to his facial features. I've made these out of felt. We just need to apply them. Here, a little bit of fabric paint for the irises and spaces between the netting, and he's good to go. And he's done. Ready to watch many a movie. Strings, felt, hot glue, stuffing, and probably a little cat hair if we're being honest. Crow turned out great. I'm pleased. So now he and Tom can hang out in their new home and enjoy, I'm sure, many a movie together. And with that, we thank y'all very much for watching. We appreciate the crap out of you.
Okay, love you, bye.
Ooh. I gotta bring my umbrella in. It's getting windy outside.
So swooshy.
Hang out, guys.